Let's go over the Algebra 1 topic 7a's paper for the packet. Graph quadratic functions on the coordinate plane and use the graph to identify key attributes if possible, including x-intercept, y-intercept, zeros, maximum value, minimum value, vertex, and the equation of the axis of symmetry. If you got level 1 from the pre-assessment, I would recommend that you start on this page. Here's the vertex form equation. We have f of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k, where the axis of symmetry is x equals this h value. The vertex is h comma k, and the translations are h units left or right, and then k units up or down, depending on what the sign is. Our standard form equation is f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where the axis of symmetry is x equals negative b over 2a. These are both the same equation. They're both quadratic. It's just they're in different forms. So let's look at the first one. On number 1, we have f of x equals x minus 2 squared plus 1. The first thing that it wants us to do is fill in the table. So for this first one, we're going to plug in 0 for x. 0 minus 2 squared would be 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. For 2, we have 2 minus 2 squared. That's 0. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. And then when we plug in 4, we have 4 minus 2 squared, which is 2 squared. That's 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And then we have 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 squared is 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. Now, our vertex is going to be when the y value starts changing. Notice that these 5s are the same. And then there's a 1. We look for the coordinate pair that is in between the two same y values. So the vertex would be 2, 1. The axis of symmetry is the x part of the vertex, x equals 2. Our translations would be to the right 2, and then up 1. For the parent function x squared. Now try number 2 on your own. In the video, we'll go ahead and skip to number 4. So number 4 was the x-intercepts, the roots, y-intercept, the extrema, the vertex, and the axis of symmetry. The x-intercepts is where it crosses the x line, the x-axis. It's going to be at 1, 0 and 3, 0. Your roots is just x equals 1 and 3. And then the y-intercept would be where it crosses the y-axis. That's at 0, 1, 2, 3, negative 3. The extrema would be a maximum because it's concave down. It's an upside down U. And then the vertex would be that maximum point where it changes direction. That's 2, 1. And so your axis of symmetry would be your x value, x equals 2. We'll do one more on this page. We'll do number 7. So it's looking for the zeros. That's going to be negative 2 and 2. The y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 5. So 0, negative 5. The extrema is a minimum. Vertex is also the y-intercept in this case. Domain for all quadratics is all real numbers, negative infinity to positive infinity. Now, we'll break the domain into two pieces, when it has a negative slope and when it has a positive slope. So it would be decreasing from negative infinity to 0, to this point right here. And they'll be increasing from 0 to infinity. Your axis of symmetry is the x part of the vertex, so x equals 0. Your range, you take the y part of the vertex, and since it's facing upward, it'll be to positive infinity. We put a bracket around the number. Our end behaviors, it just means on the left side it's going up and the right side is going up as well. For quadratics, it's either going to be going up, up, or down, down. Try the rest of this page on your own now. Be sure to ask questions to your peers or to your teachers if you need additional help on these.